Good morning, Thai Nation. You smell that? Smells like a victory Monday. Let's go, tighten up.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man. In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Thai Nation? Victory Monday as the Tennessee Titans, our Tennessee Titans, finally, guys, we're undefeated at home. You can't stop the Tennessee Titans unless we go on the road. But other than that, we're perfect at home. We beat the Carolina Panthers 17-10, as now the Panthers fall 1-10 for this the season, as the Tennessee Titans get up to that number magic 4-7 are the Tennessee Titans right now. And we'll talk obviously a little bit about the game, but I want to bring up a couple things before that. I know my buddy Landon, he's in the hospital right now. We did a fundraiser for his campaign earlier this year at the Mr. Titan event. We just need thoughts and prayers for Ashley and Landon as they're battling a difficult time. I'm not going to get too much into details of what's happening, but please, if you guys can send your love and prayers, it means the world to me. It means the world to them. And just want to pray and say we're thinking about you, Landon, and love you a lot, all right? In other news, okay, let's talk a little bit about the Tennessee Titans football as the Titans get it done, right? The Titans get it done. And, oh, by the way, look how nice. Woo, look at that King Henry in the back right there. That I got to cut out King Henry. He's ridiculously big. I think he's like 6 feet. I had to put him there. I don't know if I should put him there or I should put him like blocking the helmets. I don't know. We'll move Derrick Henry around and we'll figure out a good spot for him. But as of right now, I think he looked nice right there. And you can see him in the background. But yeah, the Titans went decked out just like that. Navy top, white pants. And Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns and didn't even break 100 yards. So let's talk a little bit about that. Derrick Henry, right, is the 8th player in NFL history to have gained 9,000 rushing yards and 80 rushing touchdowns before he reaches 30 years old. Again, there's a list of 8 players. Again, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jim Brown, Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk. I know Tennessee Titan fans, we know Marshall Faulk and we don't really like him. Just kidding. I don't, though, because, him being on the Rams. Adrian Peterson, Emmitt Smith. What a big accomplishment for Derrick Henry. It just shows you what type of unique player. Again, 8 players within NFL history to only achieve this. And there's more to come for Derrick Henry. And you know what? Good job, Derrick Henry. We're proud of you. We're proud that you are a Tennessee Titan. And keep going, man. The sky's the limit. And appreciate it. So, again, shout out to Derrick Henry for that, because that's a cool accomplishment. Plus, we got, the victory. All right. Will Levis. All right, let's talk a little bit about Will Levis. We'll talk about the game itself, as Will Levis was 18 for 28, 185 yards. Henry, 18 carries, 76 yards, again, 2 touchdowns. I think D-Hop had 3 receptions for 49 yards. So, again, the game wasn't the prettiest game. It was a win, but, we expected a win, right? I mean, it's the Carolina Panthers. They only won 1 game, and, we're not too bad, right? We're not that bad of a team. Well, you had its ups and downs, right? What I liked in the game was the front 4. the front four that was supposed to make this team, that we had impeccable defensive front, which we still do. But games like this, you show and you remember, like, okay, that's the defense we're kind of looking for. The front, okay? I'm talking about the front, guys. Relax. Not the secondary. I'm talking about the front. Yes. Okay? Where's my little sticky notes? We're talking about Tierre Tart, Harold Landry, Danico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons. Those guys, when they create havoc for the offensive line, for the quarterback, man, this team does wonders, okay? Danico Autry, this guy, again and again, is completely, I feel like, swept under the rug. They don't mention him as they should mention him from time in and time out, because he is disgusting. And he's probably the best Titans free agents defensive player we've got. Danico Autry, I think so. I think it's probably hands down the best free agent picking we've got. Offensive side of the ball, I believe that Delanie Walker was that offensive player, the best pick for free agency, in my opinion. So that's right now, as of right now, Titans history. Danico Autry defensive wise, Delanie Walker offensive wise. I mean, those picks were amazing. And look, Danico Autry could potentially break in the top 10 list of sacks of all time in Titans history. And that's a big, group of names. You got Derrick Morgan, you got Brian Orakpo, you got Jeffrey Simmons, you got Javon Curse, Kyle Vandenbach. I mean, the list goes on. Albert Hainsworth. This guy could break into that top 10 tier of sacks of all time, and that's awesome. And appreciate everything that he's done. I mean, the guy's a stud. Danico Autry, again, doesn't get as much credit as he should. Don't get me wrong, when you play on the side with, Jeffrey Simmons, and Jeffrey Simmons is doing all sorts of stuff, going from offense to defense. And I mean, I see why that name could be overlooked, but don't overlook Danico Autry, ladies and gentlemen. He is a stud, and I love him on the team. If we need to extend him, I wouldn't mind him extending at all. All right, let's talk a little bit about the offense. As the offense had its, struggles. It had, again, it's the offensive line always, right? Or everyone's blaming the offensive line. I did like a couple of plays. The play calling, again, was a little bit questionable. There was times where, we keep running these screens on, 3rd and long, and I get it. You don't want to make a critical mistake, this and that, but damn, just run something else. Try to run some. Don't stop trying to run a screen. Apparently, we can't run screens for the life of us. So can we just stop running screens? Am I the only one that thinks that? Do you guys think that too? I mean, whatever. Will Levis had his moments. The offensive line gave him a couple times where he could potentially throw the ball. And you know what? When he had time, he threw the ball, placed it in some really, really nice spots, made some really hard passes. There is light at the tunnel. I do feel like if we gave him a proper offensive line, give him maybe a couple more weapons, I think he could do wonders. I think he could really, really improve this offense. But without the offensive line, with the struggles and stuff, I mean, this is what you're going to get. Defensive-wise, we had our moments. Secondary is questionable. Defense looked okay. You had the Adrian Key come in, sack the quarterback, Bryce Young. Jeffrey Simmons picks it up. Good turnover for the defense, something that, this defense hasn't done in quite a bit, and we need more defensive plays to make opportunities for their offense to play shorter downs, shorter yardage, and to score. And then after that, we punched it in and we scored a touchdown. It was a Derrick Henry. I think it was like a 30-yard run by Derrick Henry. And we're on point, and that was 14-3 at that time. I did like right before halftime, we got the ball. I think it was like 58 to 48 seconds left before halftime. We were up 14-3. And I was really concerned. I'm like, is Rabel just going to play it safe? take the QB kneel and just head into halftime. But no, they continued. They forced the ball. They let Will Levis actually make a few plays, and we got to a point where we had room for a field goal, for an extra point. I mean, for an extra point, for a field goal, and hey, he nailed it. Nailed it from 53 yards. So that's good. I like that they gave him opportunity. They didn't just stop and say, hey, we're just going to, we're settled with this. Push the ball. Let's see what we have with this QB. Let's see what he does under pressure. Let's see the 1 minute drill. And it looked good. Again, he pushed the ball just enough to score. I mean, even though it's 3 points, it's something. We come away at halftime with 3 points. So I really, really like that. And I would like to see a little bit more of the urgency, a little bit more. But, I mean, I wasn't upset. I liked it a lot. Wish they were taking a couple more deep passes. But, hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? So I liked right there like that before halftime. Now, second half, it's a little bit different. They went conservative. They kind of just played it as they had, like they were playing as a team, not to lose the lead. And that's what happens. Sometimes when you play not to lose the league, try to kill the time, you end up losing the game. And again, if the Panthers were a better team, the Titans would have lost that game, I think, in my honest opinion. We just kept that team, we kept Carolina Panthers alive by these drives and these plays, and just playing really conservative. Like, we need to, the bad teams, we should blow them out. We should win decisively. Even though we did win by a touchdown, there was questions up in the air. Like, wait, well, they could have easily came back, but, they're Panthers being Panthers, not playing good. They kind of shot themselves in the foot. But I think for the Titans, I want to see that aggressiveness, the play calling, maybe no huddle, and continue to kind of drive down their mouth and kind of not just play, stalemate and play it safe and stuff. I don't want that, And with these, I never want to root for a Titans loss. A lot of people are like, oh, with, the draft picks and this and that. Now, what's the point of winning against the Panthers if that doesn't? I mean, it builds momentum for the Tennessee Titans. Now, where is it leading to? Who knows? Maybe next year. That's the buildup we're going for. But at the same time, I want to see everyone with the progression. I want to see Will Levis next game and him going through his reads and him, picking up the defenses and, changing, calling audibles. I want to see that with Levis. I want to see him not only understand the game, understand the gameplay that we're going, what the Titans are doing. I want to see him, be the leader, be in charge, change a play up, have this, have that, recognize a blitz. That's progression to me. That's, that's showing that he's improving. He's seeing what he know, like he's looking at what's on the field and stuff. You want to see that. You don't want to see the regression. That's the thing that worries me. And as of right now, it seems like, little by little, he is progressing. He just can't take as many hits. I know there was one play that he threw the ball and he got hit pretty good. You don't want to see that, but I like to see, this team just kind of continue, and hopefully the defense could get a little bit of a better start. Same thing with the offensive line, hopefully with more and more time, even though they're god-awful, and I understand it, guys. But hopefully with time and little by little, they might start gelling. You never know. That's kind of wishful thinking, but at the same time, we'll see what happens. That's what I look for with these games. I'm not saying like, oh, the game's over, we lost, but I want to see, the progress. I want to see what we're doing. And hopefully we're taking 2 steps forward, not 2 steps backwards. But let me know, guys, down below what you guys think of this game. We have the Colts at home. Again, we're undefeated, but the Colts, with Gardner Minshew, they're not bad. They're not bad. So we got to look out for that. Let me know what you guys think of the game. What was the highlight of the game for you? And thank you guys so much. Let me know if you guys like Derrick Henry over there, if you want me to move him. I like him right there, but let me know down below. I think always tighten up. Let's go.